All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Tuesday morning. It's almost noon. Everybody FOMO into the like button because it's about to print a green dot on the daily and go to new all-time highs. And if we can get that like up to 750, I absolutely will be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. And blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. I hope everybody is doing super well. We will be live momentarily. All right, y'all. We are live on this absolutely beautiful Tuesday morning, as I said before. Hope everyone's doing super well, and we got a lot to get into today. Aloha, Bill Parsons. What's going on, Bojan? AKA Boyan, AKA Bojan. What's up, Zaire and Crypto Pumpit? Crypto Pumpit says I use the term momentarily in the wrong context. Hey, probably, man. Us Americans, we kind of ignorant out here, all right? We don't know much. Shout out to DYT talking about Vu Man Chu. Never heard of that before, man. Must be onto something good over there. All right. Blessings to everybody. Let's get into this now. All right. I want to tell a story. I want to tell a Bitcoin story, okay? Because earlier on this day, I took a trade. I took a breakout trade. Now, I usually don't trade breakouts, guys. I usually don't. But I heard the news about the ETF, and so I traded the breakout right here. And you know what happened after that? We dumped down really fast, about 3%. So it was an interesting experience, but thankfully, the trade I took was a short position. It was a short position. Because earlier today, when I was doing my technical analysis, one of the trades I wanted to take was a short trade from this area right here, this line right here. We had a wick right here where potentially the chickens could drink, which is the way us Southerners say swing failure pattern, right? And the way I trade that type of thing is I wait until price comes up above the level, and then I look for bearish divergences, usually on the 1 minute time frame, along with money flow coming down on the 1 minute time frame. And so we can see if we do go down to the 1 minute time frame, when we came up above the level, right? The wick was actually right here on the chart. We came above the level with a bearish divergence on Market Cipher B, right here. Let me change this to not extend to the right. And not only that, we could see the money flow was coming down like this. And that was this red dot right here was the trigger to get into the trade. And we can see we came down. Interestingly enough, look at what happened here. We came down, put in our first low, and then we came back up and rejected off of exactly the 786 slash, hang on, where do we have it? The 786 slash the exact wick that we put in. So yeah, I shorted it here, and that was actually a really juicy one. It was super juicy because I ended up with 86% profit. I was hoping for lower, guys. I was hoping for lower, but it really was almost like a $2,000 move that happened very, very fast. And it just highlights the fact of how important it is to do your technical analysis every day. Come up with a trading plan every day. You know, in the potential Bitcoin scalp trading channel, I had these 4 areas I was looking to trade today, this being one of them. So ETF, no ETF, if I get my confirmations on good old Market Cipher, then I'm going to take the trade. And so even though we were breaking out and we had bullish news and all this, I took the short, and it turned out pretty well. By the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Myself and many others post technical analysis updates, trading plans in here on a daily basis, as well as multiple live streams a week covering multiple assets, coming up with swing trades, scalp trade setups, and stuff like that. Yeah, you could check that out. So that is currently my predicament right now. So I'm still in the short. Interestingly, also, after we did reject, we started forming this symmetrical triangle, and we, I hate why do my trend lines do that? You dang trend lines. We broke down from the triangle, and we hit the target pretty much to the dollar, right? So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We're currently back to trading above the VWAP, which is bullish, right? Trading above the VWAP is bullish. However, we did put in some bearish divergences here on the 1 minute again. So I don't really know what's going to happen. Today, I'm expecting a lot of volatility because of this Bitcoin ETF right now. So yeah. Let's see here. Let's see what the chat says. People say, oh, my face is blocking stuff. Oh, dang. I got to fix that. Here, let me see. Let me see. Let's make this smaller. Yeah, y'all don't need to see me anyway. How's that? All right. That seems to be better. Yeah, so, yeah, and it's trades like this, guys, you know, it's so important to have a plan to know what to do in advance, because shout out to Jake S., who wants to know if I let people know about my trades in advance. I do sometimes, guys, but, you know, when it comes to scalp, like swing trades, yeah. When it comes to scalps like this, there really is no time to let people know in advance. I mean, you have to know already what you're looking for. I mean, by the time this red dot is confirmed, we're already down almost halfway through the trade. And I would never want somebody to short down here at the VWAP, right? You just don't short the VWAP when you're coming down to it as support, because we ended up getting a nice bounce off of it and then rejecting off here again. So, you know, scalping, you have to really in advance know like what your plans are, what you're going to do. That's why it's so important to have a trade every day. Shout out to my friend Trevor, who just had a baby. He's famous on YouTube now and doesn't know it. so that's pretty cool. All right, guys, make sure to FOMO into the like button, because this is the chart for the Jason Casper like button. You could see that we're about to print a green dot on the daily Market Cipher B right down here. And if we take a look at some of the fib extensions, the Jason Casper like button is on its way to new all-time highs, way up here at the 618, probably about 7,191 Satoshis per like. All right? And the good news about the Jason Casper like button is if you stake it by liking the video, and we get 750 likes, well, you might get a lot more than 7,000 Satoshis. You might get 0.025 Bitcoin, which would be to 200,000 Satoshis. All right, that's a lot of sats. If you're into stacking them sats, then yeah. All right, so let's take a quick look at Ethereum as well. What happened here with ETH? Yeah, so same deal with ETH. This morning, I wanted to take a short from the golden pocket / trend line confluence right here in the VIP Discord. The potential ETH scalp that I wanted to take. There were 4 of them. One of them was from this level right here. We got a perfect rejection off of that level for a juicy 3%, just like the Bitcoin. Just like the Bitcoin, guys. So, yeah, do your plans, trade your stuff, be patient, things are good. So, The ETF is currently live, guys, for Bitcoin. I am expecting some volatility, and honestly, I do feel that things could pump a lot. We're in a very important place with Bitcoin. If we go to the daily time frame, we can see that although we are still in this consolidation, this red dot consolidation on Market Cipher B, we can see that the money flow is getting thicker, and we can see that this wave is higher than the previous wave, which means we're not printing any local bearish divergences. However, it's very important, at least in my mind, that we come up above this daily level of resistance at 63,554. And the reason why I think that is because this is the last high time frame resistance that we have before all-time highs. I really think if we can come up above this daily level and confirm it as our support, that we will see all-time highs. But right now, this is the last resistance, and we can see we're flirting with it, right? We are flirting with it, right? We're either flirting with it or we're getting the courage to go and talk to that girl, right? She's up here. She's dressed in that beautiful orange color. And, you know, we're like, I'm going to go ask her out. No, I'm not going to go ask her out. We'll short it back down. Nope, not going to do it. Oh, yep, I am. No. Okay, this time I'm really going to, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm too shy, okay? She won't like me, right? She won't like me. I'm awkward. I'm nerdy. I've got a neck beard. I'm morbidly obese. You know, I don't dress cool. She's not going to like me. Pat Smith says, would moving a hodl stack to a low leverage 2x hold for a while be a bad idea during this bull run? Pat Smith, I've done that before. I wouldn't move my whole hodl portfolio, but if you take a portion of that maybe you're willing to risk, it's not a bad idea. The question is, are we going to continue up from here? You know, that's why you have to not take your whole hodl portfolio, but a portion that you're willing to risk of that. And that's up to you and your own personal risk management. So, you know, if we take a look here at the major levels of resistance that we've got going on, well, hang on. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, okay. So we have this daily level right above us. We have this naked daily point of control also above us at 64K. And then we don't really have any areas of resistance until we get up to these fib extension levels, okay? These are, hang on. Yeah, these fib extension levels up here are basically the targets that I have after we breach new all-time highs. And the first one is about 65K. The second one is about 70K. The first one's about 70K, the second one's about 77K, and then honestly the third level that we have at the 2.618 fib extension is right around $100,000. And so if the trend is our friend until the end, it's very possible that, yeah, we could absolutely get up to those levels for certain. But we really do need to come up above this daily level of resistance right here. It's extremely important. And so today and this week, I think, is going to be the determining factors for what is going to happen. Because, you know, if we reject from here, which is possible, it's possible we reject from here. Let's build a little bit of a bearish case right here. I mean, you know, if we do look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see this, right? We see money flow coming down. We see price coming up. Everyone's getting super bullish right now. We have bullish news. Everyone's super bullish. Usually, when everybody starts getting super bullish, things don't usually go the way people want. I shouldn't say usually. Well, yeah, usually. It seems to be the case. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if we have some kind of significant pullback here. It would not surprise me at all. I think it's something that we need to be prepared for. A significant pullback of some sort. Even on the 6-hour time frame, we can see the divergences starting to come in, the money flow starting to come down. On the 8-hour time frame, you know, we can see the divergences building over time as well. Even on the 12-hour time frame, we cannot necessarily see a divergence, but we could see potentially here we could print a divergence if we get either a green dot that quickly turns into a red dot, or if this wave just continues down here, the lower time frames are showing us that indeed this could be considered a divergence as well. So we go to the 1 hour time frame, and we can just look over time. And if we take a look at the money flow here, you know, we could see it in general coming down. If we connect those blue waves together, we can see it in general coming down. So for me, although I want to be super bullish, I want to see new all-time highs, I want to see 100K, we have to be objective and understand that even right now on the 1 hour time frame, we technically are printing a bearish divergence. Even though we have this green dot here, we technically have put in a bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. A very powerful signal on Market Cipher is a 1 hour divergence. Usually results in some downward movement. Okay. We also have to be objective with the fact that if we go to the 12-minute time frame and we zoom out a little bit, we put in this. Well, you know, we have to zoom out a little bit to see it, but we absolutely did put in the divergence that we saw here on the 12-minute time frame and the 1 hour time frame from these two highs. And look at this momentum wave cutting down. We've put in a lower high, and it looks like we might come down again. It's very important to notice what happens at the VWAP. If we pull our fib from the swing high to the swing low here, we can see that we are finding some resistance at the Fibonacci golden pocket right here. So this is crucial, right? If we lose the golden pocket, if we lose the VWAP, we start putting in lower lows. You know, I don't know. I'm being objective. I'm just being objective. Of course, I want us to pump and see new all-time highs, but I'm just trying to be objective here, y'all. That's why I'm currently short on the corn and on Ethereum. Shout out to Super Googly in the chat, who says, show her the fib. Yes, that's a good point, Super Googly. If we want to get that girl to go out with us, we should show her the fib. Let's see what happens when we pull our fib out, when we approach this daily level here. Let's see what happens. These are updated daily levels. These are the local levels in October. You know, I could have sworn. Aha, yes. So, something important to notice here, if we go to a higher time frame, is that I pulled a Fibonacci trend-based extension from this low to this high back to this low. And we can see that not only is that a daily, but it's also a one-to-one extension. A one-to-one extension, meaning it's a very important resistance. These daily levels are important resistance because the one-to-one extension means for this uptrend, the first leg and then a pullback, and then the second leg is equal to the first leg, and then we might get a pullback from here. On a pullback that could be pretty equal to that second pullback, which was about a 25% drop. So if we reject from here a 25% drop, I mean, that could really take us back, you know, I would say around 51K would be the first area, and 47K, a monthly support. That would be a 25% drop. Nothing too crazy for a Bitcoin bull run. It would absolutely help us hit higher prices. I mean, these are some higher time frame levels right here, guys. But if we reject off of here and we fall back down, you know, this 47K level, I think it would be really nice for a long, because imagine all the people who would get totally wrecked trying to long the breakout, and then we come back here and all the whales can fill their massive longs on the way down, taking all the money from people who are trying to long the top, and then we can really get our nice move to an all-time high. In fact, let me just pull out another fib extension. Shout out to Super Googly for the good dating advice / TA advice. And let's just kind of see what that would do if we actually did have a retracement back down to 47K from this low here to the daily down to 47K. Interesting, interesting, interesting. That would basically give us really nice targets, really nice fib extension targets, and they wouldn't change too much. The 1-to-1 extension of the second leg would still be our 70K target. The 1618 would still be our 77 target. And then we've got our 2618s coming in right around 100,000K. So, you know, this is a possibility that we do need to be aware of, you know. So, yeah. Yep. Let's pop back into the chat here and see what's going on. So, somebody in here is talking about XEC, which is gonna moon. Life coach Peter wants to know, am I really short? Yes, I really am short. I took the short that I wanted to take this morning. For Ethereum, this is the short that I wanted to take. These are the 4 levels in the potential scalp channel. These are the 4 areas I will trade if we get divergences when we come to those levels. You know, we came up to the golden pocket right here, trend line, resistance, and we had our divergences. And so I took the trade. Look at that, right? Look at that. Look at this, right? Higher high. It's a 12-minute time frame. Lower high. Not only that, money flow coming down, right? Money flow coming down. You know, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see when you make your plans in advance. Short on Ethereum, Bitcoin, same deal. Potential Bitcoin scalp trades for the day. This was my daily plan for the corn, for the Bitcoin. I wanted to trade a chickens drinking water setup from this wick right up here, where we come above the wick, bearish divergence on the 1-minute time frame, take a short. You know, we come down to the 1-minute time frame. We put on the levels that I was looking at for the day. We zoom in, and we can see that as we came above the level I wanted, we were getting a bearish divergence on the 1-minute time frame. As price was making a higher high, momentum was making a lower high, and money flow coming down. That's the target. And it was indeed, they were juicy, guys. They were absolutely juicy. We came down like 3%. This is a leveraged trade. It's high leverage. That's how I scalp. But Bitcoin came down like almost $2,000 in no, not $2,000, like $1,500 in a very short period of time. So, by the way, if you don't know how to do this, if you don't know how to wake up in the morning, look at a chart and come up with your plans for the day, or wake up once a week and come up with your plans for the month, so that you can know in advance what levels you're looking to trade and how to trade them. Check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, because I walk you through the system methodically, step by step, how I trade, how I come up with a plan, how I do my analysis, how I get my entering confirmations, how I use Market Cipher to scalp, to swing trade, giving you different trading strategies that I currently use, how I use risk management so that I don't get wrecked. So even if you're taking losses, you can still be profitable over time. There's currently a 30% discount in the description of this video. If you've been flopping and groping, check it out, because this is changing the way people trade. It's changing the way people trade. You know, it's true. And FOMO into the like button, guys, because this is the Jason Casper like button chart. We can see that before I had many followers, we were just kind of trading low, but we've had a massive pump. People are liking the video. We just got a retracement, bouncing off the golden pocket, about to print a green dot on the daily. We're about to come up here and hit these new all-time highs. Okay, we're about to hit the 618, 7,000 Satoshis. And also, guys, you know, if we can get 750 likes, I will be giving away $1,500 worth of Bitcoin. You know, getting a 24-minute red dot on the Bitcoin thing here. Shout out to Alex Balantic, who says buy the course. Shout out to Jellybean. It's been a while, Jellybean. Yeah, I don't use Wolfpack ID that much anymore, guys. Honestly, I used to use it a lot when I traded Forex. I used Wolfpack ID. Let's see how the corn's doing. Looks like we're getting a nice little bounce off of the value area high and previous day value area high, and the VWAP is right there as well. Come on, Bitcoin. You can dump. I want to dump this Bitcoin. I want to dump it down. I have a level that I'm looking for a long on, and I'm trying to dump it down to that level. Trying to dump it down. Dump it down to right around 60.9K. That's what I want. Yeah, let's see. Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions in the chat? CryptoFace is in a trade. Is CryptoFace live? Is CryptoFace live right now? Let's go to a website called youtube.com. You guys ever hear of that site? Is CryptoFace? BitBoy's live. Wow. BitBoy's live. Nice, man. Let me give him a super chat. Oh, wait. I shouldn't do that. I can't do it live, guys. I can't do super chat live. I can do it from my phone, though. Yeah, I can do it from my phone. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to show any of my kind of information on YouTube. I mean, can you imagine if I did that? Wait, is CryptoFace live? He is live, and the Crypto Lifer's live. Let's check him out. What's he doing? I see. I see. Okay. Well, hey, man. Honestly, if CryptoFace is long, then I feel like we'll probably pump eventually someday, right? And he'll go live later tonight and talk about the comeback. He'll talk about the comeback, right? For sure. Yeah, you know what? I really wish BitBoy would have me on Around the Blockchain. That would be awesome, you know? That would be pretty awesome. Who's this guy? I don't even know who this is. I don't really know who this is. Wave 3 has more to grow. What's going on, Crypto Yacht? What is a value area high and a low? A value area high and a low is essentially if you are analyzing an area, let's say a local range. Let's say we're analyzing a range, a hypothetical range that we have where this is our high of the range and this is our low of the range right down here, okay? And we want to basically say that we've been trading in this range for a while, right? Which we kind of have been, you know? Let's say from the time that we came into here, we were like, okay, it looks like we're trading in a range. We'll pull out a volume indicator, and this will give us a value area, meaning if Bitcoin is trading between these two levels, this is our value area high, this is our value area low, this is our point of control. And essentially, a fair value, a local fair value for Bitcoin is, you know, in this highlighted area, okay? In this highlighted area. And the way you get the fixed range is you come over here to where you get the long position and you just come to fixed range volume profile, okay? And you, if Bitcoin comes out of the range, it's very likely it comes back into the value area. If it comes above the value area high, it's very likely to come back into the value area. If it comes below the value area low, it's very likely to come back into the value area. So what we can do is we can look for things like divergences when the price comes outside of the value area, right? So, you know, for example, let's just take a look here. I mean, this is a very local 1 minute range, but the principles still apply. So we can see that as we came up above the value area high, what happened? Well, we got a bearish divergence on Market Cipher B on the 1 minute, and we came back into the value area, made our way down to the point of control, back to the value area low. As we come to the value area low and we come outside of it, right, what happens? Well, we get a bullish divergence on Market Cipher B on the 1 minute as we come and make a lower low, and then we come back into the value area. And the point of control is like the middle point. So if we're below the point of control, it's going to be our resistance. If we're above the point of control, it's going to be our support. Look, we come back into the value area, get a bounce right off the point of control, lose the point of control, retest it, come back down to the value area low. We lose the value area low, divergence, come in, come to the point of control, reject off of it, come up again above the point of control, retest it as our support, and then we pump up, come outside the value area high. This is where I took my short, because not was it a value area high, but because it was some other, I had other confluence here, and we come back into the local range. We get a bounce off the point of control, come back up, come down, lose the point of control, retest it as our resistance, come back down out of the range, get a bounce into the range. You know, it's a really good, volume is a really good way to trade Bitcoin locally. If you notice, when I do my trading plans, like for the day, right? Like today for the Bitcoin scalps that I was looking for, these 4 trades, they're all based around this fixed range that I had pulled here, right? I'm looking for shorts when we're outside of the range. I'm looking for longs when we're coming to the low of the range. Of course, the point of control is an area where you would want to look for a long. The value area low is a place you would want to look for a long, especially if there's confluence there, right? So, you know, we're looking for confluence along with these value areas. When you're doing your technical analysis, you know, the only reason I'm interested in longing this value area low is because it's a 618 and it's a 786 and it's a value area low. The point of control is also a golden pocket, you know, and then up here, the reason why I was interested in taking a short from around this level, which I did take the short, is because we're outside of the value area and it would be a fake out. So if we're coming above the value area high and it looks like we're going to break out, if we have bearish divergences on Market Cipher B, it's probably a fake out. We're probably going to come back into the range, right? And so that's how I set up my day trading plans. Not my swing trading, but my day trading plans. And if you want to learn how I do this, check out the course. There's a 30% discount on the course right now. I walk you through everything, how I find the levels, how I enter the trades based on Market Cipher, swing trading, scalp trading, day trading, my different trading strategies, risk management. Check it out, y'all. Also, if you want to get into the Discord where I post my potential trade setups and stuff like that, then go to patreon.com/Jason Casper, right? Like this, right? These were my 2 potential longs for the day. The first one got triggered, got a nice little bounce off the fib 0.5 level, ended up being extremely juicy. Now, these are not signals, guys. This is not a signals group. This is an educational group where we do everything besides give you the signal to buy and sell. We tell you what levels we're looking at, and it's not just me. We got a lot of people in here doing it. What levels we're looking at, why we're looking at the level, and what we want to see on our indicators if we're going to enter the trade, right? We do everything except put the spoon in your mouth. We pour the bowl of cereal for you. Wait, hang on. Let me see here. We pour the bowl of cereal. We pour the milk. What else do? We give you the spoon, and we put the spoon in your hand, and we say eat. But we don't put the spoon in your mouth for you. No, you got to do that yourself. But it's a great place to learn and grow as a trader. What leverage do I use? Somebody wants to know. Well, I use high leverage. It really depends. I've been even messing around with 70x leverage, guys. I've been messing around with 70x leverage because if you know what your levels are, right? So like, you know, if you know what your level, let's take a look at Ethereum, right? I knew I wanted to short the golden pocket, and when I got my confirmations, I know this is the level I want, right? So I could use 70x leverage. I'm not concerned about getting liquidated because I'm expecting a scalp rejection off of here, okay? But lately I've been doing between 20 and 40x, okay? So it's like I've been using high leverage for my scalping. Swing trading, I will use lower, okay? 5, 10x, sometimes even 1x, 2x, depending on the circumstances. But you have to make sure that you're using good risk management. Like, that's another thing, y'all. Risk management is super important. I only risk, on average, between 0.5 and 2% of my trading account per trade. Okay? That means if I am No, chill fan. I don't use 100x. I know a lot of people in my Discord do. I don't, not yet. I don't use 125x. I know there's people in my Discord killing it right now with the high leverage. What that means is, you know, if I have, let's say, I have $100,000 in an account to trade with, right? Just hypothetically, let's say that I do have $100,000 in an account to trade with, right? I'm only risking 1% of that. So that means I'm only risking $1,000 out of my $100,000. If I'm using 70x leverage, that means I can put $70,000 on a trade and only risk 1,000. So I could put basically 70% of my account's worth in contracts onto a scalp trade and only risk 1% if I get liquidated, right? So that's why I use such high leverage for these scalps, because here's the thing. I could, let's say I did use $100,000 in my account and I put 70x leverage, $70,000 on the trade, right? Let's say that's the case, $70,000 on the trade. I'm only risking $1,000 if I get liquidated. And even with leverage that high, my liquidation price would probably be somewhere like around here, right? So it's like, I know that if I come up to that level, I need to get the heck out of the trade anyway because I was wrong in my analysis. And what I usually do is I use a loose stop loss, right? I use a loose stop loss for this because I'm already have my risk on point, right? So if I'm shorting here, let's say, I will put my stop loss. If my liquidation price is here, I'll put my stop loss just below the liquidation price. And then as soon as that trade is locked in, right? As soon as I hit like my take profit 1 at the VWAP, do you know what I do? I move the stop loss to my entry. Now making it a risk-free trade. I've taken 25% out, 25 to 50% out of the trade down here at the VWAP. And now my stop loss is at my entry. Guaranteed winning trade. So I'm not being irresponsible when I use high leverage. I'm doing it in a way that allows me to risk little to earn a lot. But you cannot do that unless you really know what you're looking for to get into a trade, right? You can't just see, oh, I think we're going to go up, so let me long 70x leverage. No. Then you're going to get liquidated. Then you're going to get wrecked. But if you know what you're doing, you can absolutely use high leverage. Not financial advice. You should never take financial advice from a guy in his basement gym who wears crooked upside down glasses, who clearly has never been to the dentist a day in his life. I mean, look at these teeth, guys. Look at this. This is not the kind of guy you should take financial advice from, all right? Okay. No, shouldn't do it. Should not do it. So, all right, let's see here. Oh yeah, check out Bojan's calculator, guys. Check out Bojan's calculator. He posted it in the chat. This is a great risk management calculator that he has. I'm gonna post it too, so it's more official from Jay Casper. Justin Bennett wants to know, what's the point of doing 70x leverage if in the end you're only risking around 1%? That's the whole point. The whole point of using 70x leverage is I get to put more than about 75% of my account's worth onto a trade in contracts. And if I get liquidated or stopped out, I'm only losing 1%, which is good risk management. Because if I only lose 1%, then I get to go on to the next trade, right? And because I've done my analysis and I know that this is a level where I'm convinced we're going to get a rejection from, it's very easy to know if I'm wrong and to get out of the trade. If I'm using, let's say, lower leverage and I put more as margin onto the trade, then I'm exposing myself to more risk. And if I'm scalping like this, right, I don't want to have, let's say, for example, the price does go crazy high here. Let's say I'm wrong here, right? And all of a sudden, boom, ETF news comes out. Boom, we go up. Now I'm losing tons of money from my actual account and not just my margin, which is very, very low risk. And also what it does is it gives you better trading psychology. Because if I know that I'm only going to lose 1% of my account per trade, I have no, people are trigger shy, right? People are trigger shy. They don't want to pull the trigger, right? They don't want to pull the trigger. And I talk to so many people who are like, you know, I do my analysis and They're like, I do my analysis, and price comes, and I see my confirmation, but I'm too scared to enter the trade, and then it goes my way anyway. Well, first of all, there's a song out there that says, scared money don't make no money. But secondly, if you can reduce your fear, then you can enter the trade with confidence, right? If I know I'm only going to lose 1% of my account, and if I do, it doesn't matter. I could do that 2-3 times in a day and still not be set back big time. Because here's the thing about the number one thing in this game is preservation of capital. If you can preserve your capital, you can stay in this game. You can only play while you have capital to trade with. If you lose your capital, you're out of the game. And so if you know you're really not going to lose too much capital, then it takes away all the fear. You're like, I'm still going to be in the game even if I take 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. And so it'll make you less trigger shy. It's a psychological thing for me as well, right? Because a lot of times people, when they're scalping, they will risk too much, and scalps are riskier than swing trades, right? This local golden pocket right here has nothing compared to a macro golden pocket. If I'm like pulling a fib on like the daily time frame from like an all-time high to a low, a 50% dump, right? That golden pocket will be much more reactive than this one, right? When we're trading on lower time frames like this, we when we see this type of bearish divergence on the 1 minute time frame, the 1 minute bearish divergence has nothing on a 4-hour bearish divergence. So it's riskier. That's why I use the high lev, y'all. That's why I use the high lev. Good old high leverage. Can't go wrong. Shout out to BitBoy and his new person here. BitBoy is BitBoy even here anymore? No, someone's filling in for him. He's got a new man. He's got a new man. Cool. Am I supposed to know this guy? I don't know. Let's see. FOMO to the like button, y'all. We got almost 350 people in here, only 200 likes. Man, oh man. Because I'm telling you, if we can get this thing up to 750, I'll be giving away that 0.025 Bitcoin. So shout out to the King of Kings, who now says Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum, that's the way to go. Yeah, check out, Boyan made a free calculator for risk management. So check it out. And if you're doing math, if you hate math, that's another reason why I trade with high leverage, because it's so easy. I don't have to do any math. I just crank up the leverage. I don't have to calculate my stop loss. I just put 1% of my account onto the trade, and boom, so easy. Okay, it's Deezy. He hosts around the blockchain. BitBoy's dancing the green dot dance around the pool. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Pump It. Okay, man, you guys should get me on around the blockchain. Next time there is around the blockchain, go shill Jason Casper. Be like, hey, get Jason Casper on around the blockchain, because yeah, that would be cool. I would love to get on around the blockchain. Shout out to One Piece Pizza Girl, who just bought Market Cipher with the discount code yesterday. I do have a Market Cipher discount code, guys. And let me shill all my things. So I have my course with a 30% discount. And let's see, boom. I've got the VIP Discord right here. And I have a 25% discount on Market Cipher, on the real Market Cipher. The official Market Cipher. None of these ripoffs. And Bybit, man. Yeah, I affiliate with Bybit. I affiliate with Bybit. I learn from the best. Shout out to Carl from the Moon, my favorite Bybit affiliate. If you don't have a Bybit account or you need another one, you could use my affiliate link. Let's see, where is Carl from the Moon? Here he is. One of my favorite pictures, guys, of me and Carl when we were at the county fair. I tell this story all the time, but it's one of my most treasured memories. When me and Carl from the Moon were at the county fair together, talking about trading, and he recognized me, believe it or not, because of my Market Cipher tattoo, my Market Cipher chest tattoo, and my Bitcoin arm tattoo, and my Bible, which everybody knows I'm a huge Bible thumper, my laptop trading, and of course I I was there to get a new Lambo. All right, I was there to get a new Lambo. People don't know this, but I have a Lambo. Let's see if I can find a picture of it. Here it is. Here's my Lambo. You know, people don't know this, but Lamborghini makes tractors. Okay, you see that, Lamborghini? So I was out there to get a new Lambo with all my gains, right? With all my Bitcoin gains. You know, I needed something to plow all that Bitcoin. When you plant it, you know, I used to go out there with a sickle, you know, like a sickle, chopping it down by hand. But now I've got my Lambo out there. So, oh, you can't see, you couldn't see the pic of Carl? Really? Wait a second. Wait 1 second. Yeah, you can see this, right? Yeah, you can see the pic of Carl. This is the pic of Carl right here. Yeah. Do I enter my scalps on the first dump or wait? I usually enter my scalps. I usually take a very aggressive approach to my scalp. So there's two ways you could scalp, right? There's two possible ways. I mean, way number one is you enter the initial dump, right? Right here, first bearish div at your level, enter. That's usually when I enter. A more conservative way, you know, I'm very liberal, right? I trade like Joe Biden trades, right? I'm very aggressive with it, and I just enter right into it. I just enter, okay? I don't think about the ramifications. But other people trade like good old George W. Bush, or who's another good conservative that we all love? Donald Trump, okay? Other people trade like them folk. What they do is they pull their fib from that first high to that first low, and then they'll either short the golden pocket, or perhaps you could find some confluence here. For example, we had nice confluence with the 786 and the high of the wick, all right? So other people out there like George W., all right, they short, boom. They wait for that second one to come and hit, and then boom, we just fall down, free fall speed, all right? Just fall right down, free fall speed after the second one hits, all right? And that's how we do it out here in the country, on our Lamborghini tractors, y'all. All right, let's see. Let's get back to the chat here. Shout out to MC. Yes, actually, Brian H. Yes, I do trade like Biden. I do eat ice cream and wander around while I trade. Absolutely. While I'm on my tractor. See, I'm a combination of George W. and Biden. I'm a combination of the two, all right? So I'm a little bit liberal, a little bit conservative, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do I market into my scalps? If it is a chickens drinking water trade setup, yes. Yes, I market in. If it is, okay, so for Bitcoin, I had to market into here. I had to market into my short for Bitcoin today, and here's why. I didn't know. My confirmation is this red dot starts printing. I want to see that print because it looks like the wave is curving over, and all of a sudden, zoop, it goes way up, right? But so I wait for that red dot to start printing. As soon as I see it, I market in. So where did I get in? I think it was 63070. So I didn't get in until right here. Okay, I got in right here. I came down. I took profits when we hit the VWAP, profit one. I didn't move my stop loss to the entry simply because I saw that as we were coming back up, we were printing a lower wave and money flow was coming down, and I was confident that we could get another move down. Okay. But for Ethereum, that's a different story. For Ethereum, I marketed in, I limited in because I saw as we were coming up to the level that I wanted. Okay, see, here's the difference. With Bitcoin, I had no level. I was looking for a chickens drinking water setup, which means there's no level. You just need to come up above the last high and lose the high, right? You need to come up above the high and lose the high. So let's see. Right here, this is what I was looking for, right? We had a chicken drinking wick. okay? A chicken drinking wick right here, where we had this high, and we just needed to come above that high and then lose the high with a bearish divergence, right? And so I had no level specifically that I was looking for. So when I saw that first red dot, bearish divergence, that was my market entry. But for Ethereum, okay, Ethereum is a little bit different. Because for Ethereum, I already knew I wanted to short that golden pocket. That golden pocket. People know how much I love golden pockets. I love them. In fact, my actual pockets are lined with gold. Of course, it's fake gold, guys. It's fool's gold, pyrite, all right? But I already knew I wanted to short from here. So as we're coming up to this area on Ethereum, you know, I am looking at the 12-minute time frame here, seeing, okay, we're coming up to my level that I want to short, and clearly, we're getting, you know, bearish divergence on the 12, money flow coming down on the 12. We come down to the 6-minute. We've got, you know, same deal. Look at the money flow as we're coming to our level. Okay, and at the time, this 6-minute wave looked like it was about to curve over even earlier. Then we come down to the 3-minute, and we're getting confirmations all the way down. And so I had a limit order set here at this level, which means when I entered the trade, I was in drawdown for a little bit. But because I'm using good risk management and stuff like that, I'm not concerned. I ain't scared. Okay? And then, of course, once the 1 minute thing confirms right here, then it just gives me so much more confidence. Yeah, we're coming down, baby. We're coming down. Okay? Coming down. What up, Daniel Jankowski? Oh, really? One piece of pizza girl. Jimbo was only 20%. Oh, my bad. What's the thing with the Carl from the moon? I just like Carl. You know, I like him. Where do I live? I live on the earth. You know what I'm saying? I live in the basement gym, all right, down here, where I'm always trying to work out, right? I'm always trying to work out. Scared chickens drink no monies, says Devin Von Croft. How's Luna? I don't know. Oh, cool. I'm glad, Run, that my strategy videos are helping you. Yeah, I live in the basement gym, guys. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. But now that I've taken these 2 scalps on Bitcoin and Ethereum, I can finally move out of my mom's basement. She's been waiting for me to move out for a long time. I'm 31 now, and she was nice. Like, when I was 28, she's like, you know, Jason, you're getting to that age where it's a little bit embarrassing for me to have you still in the basement gym. And I'm like, you know, come on, Ma. Come on, I'm not 30 yet. Then I turned 30, and she's like, come on. I'm like, I'm learning how to trade. So she loaned me $10,000. I lost it all. She loaned me another 10 grand, lost it all. Okay. Now I've taken these 2 scalps on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and hey, I'm ready to move out. So if anyone knows of any apartments, let me know. Okay. Cardio or just weights? Hey, I'm a farmer. All right. That means my whole life is cardio. Okay. How do I get in my trades when the price gets to your marked levels, please? I just went over it, basically. Either I'm setting limit orders in advance when I see my confirmations forming, or I'm marketing in when I get my confirmations. Yeah, I am Cuban, so shout out to Tony Zamora, who is a fellow Cuban weightlifter. Do I have a checklist? Jesse Shotwell wants to know. Of somebody is asking about my tattoos. What are my tattoos? Well, let me show you a better picture of my tattoos. I've got the Market Cipher logo on my chest here, chest piece, and I've got a Bitcoin tattoo on my bicep there, and I make it dance. And when I showed Carl from the Moon how I could make the Bitcoin dance, he was like, "Eee, ooh." He thought it was real cool. How many hours do I workout. I work out 3 days a week, and each workout's between an hour and a half. And I do concurrent periodization, also known as daily undulating periodization. If you want to get super strong and super jacked, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You know, not that I'm the most strong or the most jacked, but for myself, right? I just hit a PR on the deadlift just this Sunday. No, last Thursday, hit a deadlift PR. 595 pounds. Man, I'm telling you. But you know what I think it is? I think I've got farmer strength mixed with man strength. Because here's the thing. When a man turns 30, in his early 30s, I feel that's the peak of a man's masculinity. And it's all downhill from there. I remember my dad, when he was in his early 30s, that's when he hit his 405 bench press. And it was all downhill from there. Hey, Pops, if you're watching, I'm sorry, bro. But you know it's true, man. All right? Just got to own it up. All right? He was his most jacked, his most strong. He was in the prime of his life in his early and mid-30s. And I feel like I'm finally getting to that level now. So I have a few more years of this, and then, you know, I'm praying that the Lord preserves my joints in my back as I'm squatting with 405 pounds on my spine. So, yeah, I'll do a fitness channel soon, guys. What's my favorite pre-workout? Good old black coffee. You know, I like my coffee the way I like my women. Shout out to my wife, Big Butts 28. Shout out to Crypto Face. How much do I bench? Not that much. Only 330. I can only bench 330. Bench is my weakest lift. I have a pretty gnarly overhead press. I can overhead press 235. But my bench is weak. You know, I don't know why. How do I get motivated to work out? It's just part of my life. It's part of my life. I cannot imagine not working out. I've been doing it since I was 12 years old. I cannot imagine not doing it. It's just part of my life. I don't need motivation. It's just, it is what it is. Like, do not show the full moon. I won't. Shout out to Luis Mendez, who says, buy the course, it's not financial advice. Shout out to Tony Zamora, who benches 430. That's a really good bench, man. Recomposendio Endemi asks a question. I don't know if I can really answer that on stream, but of course. The answer is of course. Of course. Of course. I don't want to be a bad human. I don't want to. Anyway. How long did it take me to consistently win trades? That's a great question. Let's get back to trading. I recommend everybody check out the video I did with KPAX55 the other day. In fact, I'm going to go to a website that very few people know about called youtube.com. And I'm going to go to a channel that very few people know about, the Jason Casper YouTube channel. And if you go to videos, yesterday I posted this interview with KPAX28. Now, this guy has not been trading for so long, okay? But he's a really good trader. He's a really good trader. Here's a picture of him. I'll show you his picture. Hang on. Here he is, right here, okay? This is him. He's not been trading for so long, but he was able to lose $1.3 million and then get it back in 3 months by trading consistently. And here's what he did. He learned technical analysis, and then he worked on his patience and discipline. And the sooner you as a trader can work on your patience and discipline, the sooner you will have success. Okay? I'm telling you, because here's why. If you are moved by the market and your emotions, you are going to get wrecked, I'm telling you. I was at the gym this morning, okay? And I was looking at the charts, and all of a sudden, Bitcoin started to pump. Pump, 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 pump. And I know people FOMO'd long, and then they got wrecked, right? Or people see a YouTube video of somebody who might be in a trade, whether it be long or short, and then they themselves FOMO into that trade, long or short. They don't know why the trader's in the trade. They don't know when the trader got into the trade. They don't know if he's scalping or if he's swing trading or what. But if you can work on your discipline, I'd say it's even more important than technical analysis. where you come up with a plan and you tell yourself, I'm only going to enter this trade if my plan is met. Like today, the 2 trades I took today. I did not even think about entering a trade until my plans came to fruition. I was looking for certain levels. I was looking for certain Market Cipher things. And if you have the patience to do that with good risk management, you will get consistent. For me, the process took a number of years, honestly. I had to learn these things the hard way. That's what I'm trying to teach in the course, so that you don't have to learn the hard way. But I'm going to be honest, even if you take this course, I guarantee probably most of you will learn it the hard way. Because I took courses and they all say the same dang thing. They talk about risk management and having a plan, and you're like, yeah. Until you get wrecked. Getting wrecked is the best way to be consistent in trading. Because you go through the fire, right? When you get burned, it gives you the motivation to not get burned. And so there's a 30% discount, by the way, in the description. It's for me, it took a number of years before I was consistent. And I would say 2020, mid-2020 was the year that I felt like I could actually do this as the only thing that I do and not have another job and make money consistently. That's when I finally felt like that. So I started trading. Well, it's been a long journey. I got into crypto early. I got into trading stocks around 2016. I got into crypto in 2015, trading stocks in 2016, switched to trading Forex in 2018, and it's just been a constant journey. I didn't start trading cryptocurrency until 2019 on a regular basis on Binance. It's been a journey for me. It's been a long journey. How do I find my key levels, Francis? Take the course, man. You'll learn everything about it. Shout out to JJJ who says we'll go to $19,989 soon. What do I recommend not to eat? Anything that comes in a package, don't eat it. Okay? Anything that you cannot pronounce, don't eat it. If you eat foods that God made, fruit, vegetable, dead animal, dairy products, especially raw, the closer you can get to nature, the better. And you won't overeat either, because I'll tell you, you ever try and overeat like chicken, or overeat like vegetables, or overeat brown rice, or like millet or quinoa or amaranth? You can't, because your body has this thing that tells you that you've eaten enough nutrients. But if you're eating things that come in a package, even if it's health food, your body doesn't have that thing that tells you when you need to stop eating, and you're going to get fat and sick, because that stuff is not food. You ever wonder why food processing plants don't have windows? It's because they don't want you to know what's going on in there. I'm sorry, Ethan, I cannot refer an accountant or attorney, not on YouTube at least. Shout out to Devon Von Kraft, who learned patience and discipline from his father. Yeah, raw milk is great, but be careful, because it can kill you. I mean, if you read the packages that they have to say, if it's even legal in your area, it can kill you. Yes, it can kill you. I'm shocked that the human race is still alive, guys. I mean, how did we make it through things like drinking raw milk and getting viruses before modern technology was here to boil all the good bacteria out of the milk and give us modern medical interventions that just save so many people's lives? How is the human race still a thing, guys? Do I think the naked daily point of control at 64.5 will be the hammer that sends the corn down to 25%? It very well could, descendant of giants. Are you really a descendant of giants? Interesting. Let's take a look here. The naked daily point of control. It could be the thing that takes us down. Here's why. Let's see if we can build a case for it as the corn starts to pump up again. And my short may be stopped out soon. I'm starting to lose faith in the short, but that's okay. I'm still long from right down here. Man, that was an epic long, guys. That was an epic one. It was epic. It was so epic. The reason it was so epic is because, quickly before I talk about that naked daily point of control, we just had so much confluence down here at that level. Let's see if I can get to it. Where was it? Oh man, I can't even find it now. It was down here. We had a daily level, we had a point of control, and we had a 618, right? Look at this, right off the daily. Boom. Boom. And that was so dang juicy. I mean, it was so juicy. And the market cipher confirmations were pretty clear. I wanted to get a chicken's drinking water off of this wick right here, possible chicken drinking water, but we didn't have our confirmations. As soon as we hit the daily level / golden pocket, boom, bullish div, pam, off to the races. And it was a juicy, juicy bounce. And I'm still in that long. I have 50% open. I'm hoping to hold it to all-time highs. So the naked daily point of control. Wow. Okay, so the corn is really pumping right now. The corn is pumping, man. That was my alert to tell me to get ready to trade this short up here. The corn is pumping, guys. The corn is pumping. Hey, wait a second. Oh, wow, we didn't hit that daily level. Interesting. Did not hit it. We have this daily level as major resistance above us. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. What's going on here? Ooh, looking juicy. Looking juicy. Yeah, that naked daily point of control. It could be the thing that really does send us down 20%, because we would be so close to the all-time highs. There would be lots of people trying to long the breakout with very high leverage. All it would take is a simple rejection a little bit down. People start getting liquidated, and we have a massive drop, right? Because when people start getting liquidated, it makes the price go down super, super fast, because essentially we have a whole bunch of longs closing out very, very quickly. Right? And then more people start entering short, and it just has a cascading effect. So, yeah, that could be the thing up there at 64,475. Absolutely. Absolutely, that could be the thing up there. That sends us down. Down, down, down. Paperless 3D, you have to talk to your accountant on that. There are ways, my friend. You have to talk to your accountant and your attorney. There are ways for now. There are ways for now. You know, I can't really talk about it on here, but basically, if you are recording every transaction and showing it to, and reporting it and paying what you owe to your overlords who are extorting you, then it's all good, man. For now, there's ways. Okay, you can find a naked point of control on TradingView, Sean. You can use an indicator called, shout out to That's Vince, who just used the 424 strategy from the course to make a solid profit. That's an easy strategy. There's an indicator on here called session volume. Okay, and what session volume does, if you go to the daily channel, the daily time frame, is it gives you a volume profile for every single daily candle here, right? And so if we have a white line on an area and prices never come back to touch it, then we know that is indeed a naked point of control. So let's see. I don't really see any here, but if we go back in time to this area, we can see the one up here at 64.4K, right? Price never came back to touch that white line. And if it does what just happened to you, where it actually moves the point of control, you might have to zoom out a little bit more, because this indicator does have an issue where it will sometimes give you the wrong price. Yeah, that can be an issue. Oh, buy big bets 28. Everyone wants to meet you on the stream. Have a good one. Okay, love you. Big bets 28 is doing some business, some farm girl business. Yeah, but I prefer to use. It's much easier for me to use a platform like ExoCharts and go to a chart that has the daily profiles on it, because it will extend out for you the negative pointer controls. The only thing is ExoCharts kind of sucks when it goes by. So it's so slow. It's so slow. Yeah, Jason Childress is right when he says most of the course material, maybe like 75%, you can find on the channel. Yeah, if you have the time to watch months of live streams and videos and joining the VIP Discord and going through the live streams, yeah, you can learn everything that's in the course. But if you need it in order, and if you need it in a systematic approach, if you feel like you need things step by step, then the course is for you. Okay, but if you have lots of time to watch lots of 3-hour live streams of me explaining things randomly like I just did about the pointing controls, then by all means you can find it for free. All right. So well, don't worry, Josh Childers. Taxation will never be more than 3%. Don't you remember what happened in 1913? It'll never be more than 3%. And federal income tax, that'll be over after the war is over. You know, World War II. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it, my friend. We should have Big Bus 28 on the channel. People want to know my diet. Food? I was just talking about it. Food is my diet. You know, gotta eat food. Sorry, Lewis, if the sound in the back is crazy. I'm working on. I've got my video more updated. I'm working on the audio now. Yes, I do live in a gym. Yep, in my mom's basement. I live in a gym in my mom's basement. Yeah, she's gonna kick me out soon. So make sure to like the video if you feel bad for me. How many calories do I eat per day? I try to eat around 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. And it depends on how much activity I'm doing on that day as well. Shout out to Alex Smith. What kind of animals do I have? I have various different animals that live on this area. Yeah, Brad Thurmond says in the Bible, God says, behold, I give you every seed-bearing plant that is upon the earth, and every tree that has seed-bearing fruit. They shall be yours for food. Doesn't say anything about eating animals. That's true. In fact, it says, let's see. It says, Vayomer Elohim hinei netati lechem et kol esev zoreh zara asher al panei chol ha-zoreh zara lechem gigei le'ochla. Which in English means exactly what Brad says. But Brad, I do believe that things changed after Genesis chapter 3, and we can see throughout the rest of the Torah that not only does God tell us that we can eat meat in Genesis chapter 9, he says just like you can eat the plants, now you can eat the meat. We also see that the Lord has commanded his people to eat meat. I mean, the Passover, right? Eating the lamb, that is a commandment that the children of Israel did at that time. And you know, the whole Levitical priesthood being based on the priests eating a portion of that sacrifice to show fellowship with the Lord. And we even see later that the Messiah himself ate the Passover, and he also ate fish. So I think we can conclude that, at least for now, eating meat is acceptable. And I will say this too: I have based on that scripture verse, Brad, I actually was a vegan for quite some time, and I like the idea of not having to eat dead things. But, I've come to a current understanding, and I have no disrespect for anybody who has a different understanding. I wish I could be a vegan, honestly. But I actually became very sick as a vegan. I was extremely tired, and you have to understand, this is not I went vegan for a day. This is I went vegan for months, close to a year, even, like multiple months. And my joints started to really hurt me. My back started to really hurt me. I was very tired. I was very lethargic. I didn't realize it was the diet until I went on a vacation with my family and started eating steak every night. Then all those symptoms that I had went away. There's also, based on what is going on the earth, originally I believe the creation that we were able to get many more nutrients out of the food that grew from the ground than we do right now. I mean, it's especially with modern agriculture, which destroys the soil. When you go to the store and you buy yourself some vegetables and fruits, they do not have the nutritional value that they had even just a couple hundred years ago, because the soil has been destroyed the way people grow non-organic produce. And even the organic produce is not what it used to be. And so the only way to really get the things you need is by eating meat. At least that's the understanding that I have. And you can go and read testimonial after testimonial of people who have gone vegan and it negatively affected their health. So I think there's a lot of things that that come into play. I think diet's a very personal thing as well. Like I think depending on your genetics, you might thrive on a vegan diet. Somebody else may not. I have a lot of Nordic blood in me, where you just don't have access to the plants, and so potentially my epigenetics have been passed down to me in a way such that I do better on a more of an animal-based diet, right? Now, like Eric G is a carnivore and never felt better. And you hear these things from, I mean, trust me, I've done a lot of looking into the carnivore side, the vegan side. You hear the same things from both sides, right? The vegans say, I've never felt better since I became a vegan and I felt like crap eating meat. The carnivores say, I never felt better since I became a carnivore and I felt like crap being a vegan. It's like, you got to do what honestly allows you to do the work that the Lord has put you on the earth for. And as long as you are doing it in a way that is moral, then I think that's okay. I don't think there's anything morally wrong with raising an animal on your own or locally, right? I am very much so against factory farms and treating animals like in a sinful way, right? That is wrong. But if you are doing it in a way that is humane and moral, right? Honoring the creation that God has made, then I don't see anything wrong with that. Especially if, there is a cycle. Veganism is unsustainable unless you live in a modern society. Okay, that is the truth, by the way. You cannot be a vegan if you are a homesteader, if you are a farmer. If we did not live in a modern Western society, trust me, there would be no vegans, because you need yogurt and cheese and eggs and meat to get you through the winter, right? You cannot live on fermented cabbage alone. I'm telling you. If we did not have the abundance where you can go to Whole Foods and buy yourself some vegan hamburgers and a vegan bar, I mean, it would be very difficult to be a vegan if you only had the land and your two hands to work it. It would be very difficult. Maybe not impossible, but extremely difficult. But if you're raising animals and your animals are pooping and making your soil more nutritious for your vegetables and fruits and your grains and your beans, and you also happen to eat the animal flesh when the animal is near the end of their life, or potentially even raising it for that purpose in a humane way, it's better for everything. It's better for your soil. It's better for your body. Anyway, I don't eat fast food. I do not eat fast food. Memory Man has a different view than I do. I'm not defensive, Memory Man. I'm really not. I mean, this is just where I'm at right now. Based on my own ponderings on the issue. But hey, I respect you, Memory Man, and appreciate you. Appreciate your views, appreciate your music. So, you know, I respect everyone's view. Yeah, the permaculture. That's right, permaculture. That's what it's all about. Yeah, how do we get on this, right? Sorry about the infinite mirror loop, guys. I haven't had fast food, John, since I think 2016. I went to Burger King with Big Butts 28 because I had not had Burger King in many years. And before that, the last time I had fast food was 2011. I went to Taco Bell. I still remember it because I love Taco Bell. You know, as a repentant stoner, oh man, I used to love me some Taco Bell. You know, too bad they closed at 2 in the morning. Yeah, guys, let's keep the politics out of the chat though, because well, what the heck? You could talk about it in the chat. That's fine. Every time the feeding alert shows, it pumps. Yeah, I guess that's whales getting liquidated. Let's see what's going on now with the corn. Well, we're pumping, guys. We are absolutely pumping right now. Corn is pumping, going to Pump City. The bearish divergence on the 1 hour is invalidated. No bearish divergences on the lower time frames. Potentially a bearish divergence on the 12-minute, right? So, but we are getting money flow crossover. So as long as this momentum wave here comes above, I'm sorry, let's get a horizontal line. As long as this momentum wave here comes above 75, we'll be good, right? Right. If we get in a higher high and this momentum wave stays below 75, that's not so good. It's not so good. Tis not so good. Shout out to Mark Saunders, who says, can you please do a brief analysis of Ethereum over the basic time frame so I can understand your mindset? Well, thanks, Mark, for the super chat. Yeah, that's so true. Enoch with cats. God bless anyone who can stay healthy in 2021. That's so true. I mean, yeah. Yeah. There's a big sell wall between 63 and 64K. Maybe it'll diverge on the daily. Yeah, could really. I don't smoke weed anymore. Daily dose of crypto. I have repented of that. It was wrong for me to do. Now, I'm not here to say that everybody who smokes weed is doing something wrong, but for me it was wrong because it took over my life. And the Lord set me free from it because I was in bondage to it. I know a lot of people that smoke weed and they're not in bondage to it, and that's fine. You know, I don't see anything different than smoking weed or like drinking, having a drink or whatever. You know, anything in excess is wrong, right? So an alcoholic should probably not drink alcohol. For me, I was such a stoner that, you know, I would wake up in the morning and get stoned, and I was not a functional stoner, let me tell you. Not functional at all. All right? I would think, I was the kind of stoner where I would think I was going to be functional, right? I would think, I would always, you know, let me smoke, go to the gym, right? It'll be a good workout, right? I'll put on some good music, you know, I'll be in the zone. Go in there, do like one set, and then I find myself walking to Chipotle right across the street. So it wasn't very functional. So I know it affects everyone differently too. So do I drink alcohol on occasion? Yeah, I do. I have a drink with my wife if we go out. I like dry red wines, and I also enjoy a nice beer from time to time for sure. Yeah, I definitely believe, Cali Crop Doc, that cannabis is medicine for sure. I absolutely believe that 100%. You know, like everything, there's right and wrong ways, and good and bad ways to use things, and you know. There's a fine line between use and abuse as well. That's why, you know, for some people, it's best to just not do something, right? To not do something. Can I add a tutorial of exocharts in my course? I am working on a mini course that goes over using exocharts. And I will probably be dropping video 1 of the course for free. But it's going to be a whole separate thing. Because I was going to add it to the existing course, and I realized this needs to be a separate thing. Does 63.5 for a short make sense? I don't know, man. Why would you want to short it? Because of the daily? Are we at the daily right now? Let's see. Yeah, we're coming up to the daily, and we do have slight bearish divergences on the on these time frames here. I mean, we'll have to see what happens here. Is this? No, we're dancing right on the line, guys. This is not a clear divergence for me. But I do think we'll probably get a reaction off that daily. You know, if we do something like this, red dot, you know, we come down here. I do think we could get something off that daily, for sure. This is the last high time frame resistance that we have until all-time highs, okay? So I would definitely want to wait until I got some kind of a confirmation here. This is not a bearish divergence. This is not a bearish divergence. Right here, we can see it coming up more. This is dancing right on the line. You know, I mean, yeah, we could absolutely dump from here. I would really want to see us take this level with clear bearish divergence first, right? The 1 hour bearish divergence is technically, we could say, still there from this high. Yeah. Or, you know, if we do get a rejection here, like a very, very strong rejection, we could always get into a short. Like, if we miss it, let's say just hypothetical sake, we drop from here, right? Well, then what we could do if we start to come back up is we could take our fib from, let's say, you know, the last low to the high, and see if we, well, we could do something like this. I'm sorry, I'm flopping a grove. We take our fib from the high to the first low that we put in, and see, are we getting lower high on the momentum wave as we come up to here. Then you could get into short there. You know, it's just so important to, I don't like to short like this unless I have my confirmations. And right now, I do not. But we shall see what happens, like, very momentarily. We could get a bearish divergence on the 1 minute, and the 3 minute, and the 12 minute, which could, which, yeah, for me would signal a short. But we shall see. So if this is a front run of this level up here, what I would do, ooh, wow, look at that. That is wild. You know, from wherever we get the, let's say, yeah, Like if we come back down here and then start to come up, I would definitely pull the fib from the high to the low, and look for short in this area. Right? Let's say that we drop down like this, and then we get another green dot, and then we put in another lower high on Market Cipher B like that. As we're getting this lower high here, that could be a good entry, right? Just like what happened over here. This was my short entry, but if we pulled the fib from the high to the low, then we got a rejection out of this area. You could have gotten in on the retest of that fib level. So that's kind of how I would deal with this right now. But I wouldn't take a short unless I had some kind of confirmation, whether it be a divergence or a retest into a fib level with a lower high on Market Cipher B. That's a safe way to do it, y'all. That's a safe way to do it, y'all. Sven C666 wants to know what's the difference between low to high and high to low when drawing fibs. So if you're drawing your fib from low to high, you're trying to find support. So if I drew my fib from here to here, I'm trying to find support. So if we dump, probably we could come down to here and get a bounce. And when we do that, then we would pull our fib from high to low to find resistance on the way up. So we'd pull it from here to here. And then, we would be looking for our resistances at this golden pocket, or maybe the 786 confluence with the daily, right? That's what I would be looking for. That's what I would be looking for. So you're pulling it from low to high when you're looking for support. You're pulling it from high to low when you're looking for resistance. These are exciting times, though, guys. These are super exciting times. Yes, there is a bearish div on the 12-minute. Shout out to Samad, who says I should be the top 3 crypto channel. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's shills in here. Yeah, let's see. Can I ban Stephanie Dang? I don't know. Oh, I can't do it from here. So Super Kitty is super bullish. She's bullish, right? I don't know what she's bullish on. I think she's bullish on Bitcoin. That makes sense. So that's a bullish signal. Super Kitty being bullish is a bullish signal. At least for me. Yeah. Interesting price action here. Yeah, so we got the bearish div on the 12-minute. The only thing is I would like to see, especially if I'm going to short this, I would really like to see it confirmed on a lower time frame. I would really like to see it confirmed on a lower time frame. Yeah, I would really like to see that confirmed on a lower time frame. Did I say that? I would really like to see it confirmed on a lower time frame. Let's see, actually. Oh, wow, look at that, guys. Look at that. Rejecting off the golden pocket. Super local. Super local. I mean, if we get a massive pump into that daily level right here, like this, and we got this little wave like that, yeah, I think we could get something from there. I really do. Uh-oh, what is going on with these dang brushes? Yeah, I think we could. Yeah, I think we could. I think we could. But, looks like we may not, you know? Money flow come down. I mean, is this technically a bearish divergence? Like, it's so hard to say, right? I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it. Not unless I get a clear confirmation. You know, I'm not just going to throw away money for something that I'm not sure about. But my long is up 139% from 59,165, which is pretty nice. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty dang nice. Very interesting stuff here, guys. Very interesting. We can see this momentum wave creeping on up there. Creeping on up. So the two ways to do this, if you are looking for the short, is number one, wait for the red dot to print. Because we don't know how high this momentum wave could come on the 1 minute. If you're going to be aggressive with it and just short it, if it just happens to be lower, you know, you would want to make sure that you're using good risk management if you're going to be much more aggressive. But it wouldn't surprise me if we do get some kind of reaction right at that daily level. Like right at that daily level. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we wick down from there. Even if we come above it. Like it is a daily level. So I'll bet you a lot of people are looking at it right now. I'll bet you there's lots of folks are looking. Lots of folks are looking. Yeah, lots of folks looking. Let's see how the 4 hours looking. Pretty bullish, right? 4 hours looking pretty bullish. Not gonna lie, but we do have a bearish divergence here. But you know these momentum waves consecutively are higher. Money flow getting thicker locally. 24 minute. I mean, 24 minute is looking pretty dang bullish, and I really like the 24 minute. I like the 24 minute and the 48 minute. Let's check out the 48. 48 minute, you know, I don't see anything too bearish here, you know, besides this. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. I would not be surprised if we get some kind of wick off of that daily, you know. Well, technically, we put in a bearish div here, you know, technically, because we put in the higher high. It's just unconfirmed, right? So, and on the 3-minute, we got the slight bearish div. Just haven't hit that level. It's kind of a bummer. I really wanted to hit that level. I really wanted to. We may still. We may still. Hmm. Is anybody even still watching this stream? Wow, 484 people are watching this stream. That's wild. Hey guys, follow into the like button. Yeah, we got a 3-minute bear div. I'm looking at the daily level, guys. I'm looking at the daily level. I mean, yeah, we do have a 1-minute bear div. Money flow got thicker though. I would either want to wait for that level, or if we start to dump and it shows conviction, I would wait for a retest to get into a short. Yeah, I might as well. No, I'm not going to take profit on my long. I already took enough profit on it to, if it gets stopped out, that I still made a good money. I'm holding this long to all-time highs. Let's go, baby. Uh-oh. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired and sleepy, y'all. Tired and sleepy. Oh, man. Yeah, 3-minute bear div. 6-minute red dot. Well, I'm not doing it, y'all. Not now. Not here. It's not part of my plan. Although that was my levels to short today, I don't have my confirmations, so I'm not going to do it. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Let's see. That's another thing about trading, y'all. Like, you don't have to take every trade. The perfect setups are going to come. If you're not confident, just don't take a trade. And if you miss a move, there will be another one. Trust me. Trust me. There will be another one. All right, guys. I'm going to be right back. Give me one moment here. We are back, y'all. Here he is. All right, let's see what happened to the Bitcoin. Okay, we're coming up to the level. We're coming up to it. Let's see how the 1 minute. Okay. It's not looking bad. Let's see what happens up here, right? Man, let's see what happens here. This is some interesting times, guys. I'm telling you. This is some interesting times. I'm telling you. This is some interesting times. Did I tell you that these are some interesting times? Let's check out here the let's check out the 3 minute. Let's check out the 5 minute. Red dot in the 5 minute. Let's check out the 12 minute, guys. Did that bearish div get invalidated? It's very close to being invalidated, guys. You know, the longer we consolidate here, the less of a divergence we could possibly have, right? So, is this thing even still valid? I don't know. I don't know. It's not looking that great, I'll tell you. But the lower time frames are looking like we could come down a little bit. Oh, I wonder what is going to happen. Is that really a daily level? Let's just make sure. Let's make sure I have the right level. Green dot in the daily. Green dot in the daily. Yep, that's the daily level, guys. That is the daily. Look at that right there. Yep, right there from these candles. Oh my goodness. We are getting some bear divs, guys, as we touch up to this thing. How's the 24 minute looking? I know I already looked at this. I mean, you know, potentially... It's the kind of thing where you're just not that confident, right? But because it's a daily, you might do it. It's the hourly. The 3 hourly. Money flow coming down, guys. I mean, money flow's coming down. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Money flow is getting thick, though. I will have to say that the money flow is getting thick. Shout out to Big Butts 28. Shout out to Big Butts 28. Big Butts 28. If you're listening, I was just telling everyone how I like my women the way I like my coffee. So, you know what that means, right, Big Butts? Let's come back into the chat here. Let's see what Ethereum is doing. Enoch with Cat says only a lunatic with a death wish would short this. Well, you know what, Enoch with Cats? I am a lunatic. I definitely don't have a death wish. But what did they say? What's that saying? Oh yeah, buy low and sell high. We're kind of high, so you know, looking to sell, man. Looking to sell. You know, so I just want my confirmations first. But we're dumping a little bit here. We're coming down. Ain't nothing wrong with a scalp. Ain't nothing wrong with a scalp, y'all. You know, if we dump from here, there's a lot of things we can do. Let's check out Ethereum. Wow, previous day value area high, slight rejection off the level, bearish divergence. Man, I should have been watching Ethereum. Could have gotten a nice little scalper-rooney. Let's check out the 12 minute. Nothing too intense on the 12 minute. My ETH scalp is actually my ETH short is still open. It's the corn that got stopped out. My corn short got stopped. My Ethereum short is still open from up here at this golden pocket. Look at this for the Ethereum. This is very interesting that now we have come back into yesterday's value area and are rejecting off yesterday's value area high. Let's check out Sol. How's Sol doing? How's my Sol trade doing? Not so bad. Not so great, but not so bad. Could have had 20%. If I close it all out now, I could only have 12. How's Cardano? How's Cardano? Well, Cardano consolidating in this triangle thing, finding some good support right along the point of control here. I'm kind of bullish on Cardano, to be honest with you. Kind of am. I'm a huge hodler, and I'm long on Cardano from down here. I'm long on Cardano from down here. This was one of the trade setups, swing trade setups that I gave in the VIP Discord when we did some altcoin stuff. See if I can find it. Probably not. It's probably so long ago. I give a lot of trade setups in here. Oh, here. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually post it in here, but it was in the trading levels chart that I shared with everybody this long. From down here. This was the setup I gave when price was trading up here at about $2.32 to take a long from down here at about $2, because it would allow us to take out this wick. And look at that. Got a green dot in the daily. Got bullish divergences on the higher time frames. And, you know, look at this on the 4-hour. As we came down to that exact level, we had the slight 4-hour bull div right there. So we made a lower low, higher low on the momentum on the 1 hour. As we came right down to that level, look at that. Look at that beautiful divergence, money flow coming up, boom. So that's where I'm at on Cardano, but I thought we would actually come up a lot more. But we're consolidating in this triangle. So I'm hoping the triangle breaks out, because if the triangle does break out, if I'm getting less and less certain about this potential short here, guys. Maybe not. We'll have to see how it goes. We'll have to see how it goes. If that triangle breaks out for Cardano, let's see if we can get some targets, okay, for this thing. See if we can get some targets. I mean, this would be taking us right up to a juicy level of confluence. If this triangle breaks out for Cardano, honestly, it's taken us to a nice resistance. Right here we have a high volume node, we have a 786 and a weekly right up here if this triangle breaks out, which is nice. Nice for a potential short, right? Which would, I don't know if I'm going to short it there, right? I would have to wait and see confirmations, but I'm just saying. But I love triangles when they break out. If the target is a resistance, it can make for a really nice short. Like, oh man, I don't know. That was the Sol trade. That was such an epic Sol short. Here we go, this Ripple trade. This potential short setup for Ripple. We had a triangle that broke out. Well, of course, when I was planning the trade, it hadn't broken out yet, but it was breaking out. Well, it wasn't breaking out. It was consolidating in the symmetrical triangle. The target of the triangle was a weekly level and a 618. When we got up to that level, we had bearish divergences on the 4-hour. So juicy. Shorted that thing down. Pretty nice. Yeah, it was kind of a good one. It was kind of good. It was kind of a good trade, guys. Kind of a good trade. So back to the corn. How's the corn doing? Coming down. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Not too bad. Let's see if we dump more. I wouldn't be upset at all. Let's see if ETH dumps more. I would be actually kind of stoked. Let's see if the Bitcoin dumps, guys. Let's see if it dumps. I'm excited for it to dump here. Let's go, Bitcoin. Dump it, baby. Dump it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm cheering for it. I'm cheering for the corn, guys. Yep, we got the 1 hour and 4 hour bearish divs forming. 4 hour ascending triangle on Bitcoin, potentially breaking out. Let's check it out. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's put on our magnet. And I guess got it like this. I mean, I don't know if I would call this an ascending triangle, because I don't like the way we don't really touch this thing. Yeah, I want to see it like 1, 2, 3. But yeah, we could call it that, right? We could call it that. Yeah, so like, oh man, now we're dumping, baby. Now we're dumping. It's so funny. It's so funny when when I'm looking at 1 minute time frames. Like, dump it, baby. We're coming down like 0.3%. Yeah, I'll tell you, if we get some bearish divs now on the 6 minute, while these 1 hour and 4 hour and 3 hour divs are printing, I think we could come down a bit from here. I do. I mean, we look at the 3 hour, money flow's coming down. We're technically printing bearish divergences, right? The VWAP's very poignant on the 3 hour, okay? It's very up in the air. But, you know, if we're starting to look at maybe the 48 minute, seeing that, well, no, VWAP's still up. Maybe the 24 minute, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, interesting. I just got notified about something weird happening on YouTube. So, all right, we need to ban these shillers. How do I ban this person? Hide user. Can I block somebody? Okay, and this is not okay. What the heck? Yeah, the chat is super naughty today, guys. You guys need to... I haven't tried out the Pulse Chain Testnet Blues. I have not, unfortunately. Here, let me add some mods in here. If you guys see any hanky panky, if you guys see any hanky panky in here, feel free to delete it, man. We're gonna make some UOGs mods. Yeah, Aaron Grierson, man, up in my game with the be back soon thing, right? Yeah, for sure. Enoch with cats. I know you can mod, but I don't really recognize you, man. Are you new around here? Guy Buddy 2.0. Yeah, I'll make you a mod. Yeah, if you guys see anybody, just take out the mod hammer. Wow, we have 521 people. Guys, FOMO into the like button. I mean, seriously, if we can get this thing up to 750 likes, I mean, I'm going to give away 0.025 Bitcoin, which is either going to be worth a lot or a little by the end of this stream. Because, I mean, the way things are looking here, I mean, we might dump all the way down like 79, 80, 100%. You know, we might have 100%, 1,000% decrease in price. Who knows? I don't know. I can't see the future. Who do you think I am? Super interesting, though. Super interesting developments. Yes, we have some interesting developments today. Some interesting developments. Yeah, shout out to Blues. Man, everyone wants to mod right now. Well, here's the thing. How many likes do we have? Let's see. If we can get these likes. Wow, we have more likes than viewers. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. The Simpsons do know, guy buddy. We should go watch some Simpsons. Is there any Simpsons Bitcoin prediction by any chance? Because if so, you know, I would want to know that. So if the corn does, this is the 3-minute time frame. You know, if we do something like this, I mean that to me would be a scalp for sure. For sure, that would be a scalp for sure. Especially given the context of the of those higher time frames, right? The 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 3 hour. I mean, it would be nice. You know, look at the money flow on the 3 hour. Look at the money flow on the 2 hour. Whoa, you know, over time, coming down here, we can see the clear divergence. 1 hour. I mean, look at the money flow, right? Look at the money flow. So if yeah, we'll have to see how it develops, right? Don't want to FOMO into anything, especially if you're not already in a trade, right? But the 1 minute looks like money flow is coming down. Doesn't mean much on the 1 minute though, because over time we can see on the 1 minute money flow coming up. So, well, we'll see what happens here. We will see what happens. Money flow on the 4 hour looks good. Hey, shout out to Guy Buddy 2.0. Shilling my channel on the channel. That's what I like to see. Money flow on the 4 hour looks good. In what way? Bearish or bullish? A little bit bearish and a little bit bullish. Yeah, it's hard to say. That's why I wait for my levels and my confirmations, you know? That's why I wait for it. People want to look at AVAX. Let's see. Do I have my AVAX chart here? I don't even know. I maybe possibly. Oh, what is this? I can't find where I did my AVAX TA. I know I had a chart here. Maybe it was like on my XRP chart or my SOL chart. Let's see. Nope. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have to get back onto my Ethereum. chart. So it's interesting, right? We didn't quite reject off that daily, but we have now this daily. And I'm curious. Do we have any kind of... No, we had no kind of naked point of control. We had nothing. We had nothing, guys. We had nothing. We had nothing. Nothing. We had nothing. Well, yeah, what a bummer, right? What a bummer. You know, it was looking like it was going to be something juicy here on the stream. But, shout out to White Phoenix. Thanks, White Phoenix. You're a cool guy, man. White Phoenix is a cool guy, everybody. He posts that good TA in the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord and you want to get in, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. It's where we short Ripple from the top and short Sol from the top. Right? That was an epic Sol trade. Found the trade the same day, got triggered right from the top, right from 213 bucks. And man, it was the juice. I'm telling you guys, it was at the absolute juice. And then most recently, that Sol trade, longing it from the bottom. This Sol trade hit exactly as we wanted it to, right from 138 bucks. We got that bounce right from here, and I'm still in the trade. That's the Sol trade I'm in right now. We hit multiple take profits. We hit multiple. We hit 3 take profits on the Sol trade. So, and scalping Bitcoin, right? This morning, scalping Bitcoin from the short. Man, it was not so bad. It was actually a pretty good trade. This is where I locked it in at 30%. Oh, almost 30%. But I managed to take a lot of profits out of it. But now we'll see what happens, right? I'm not just trying to jump into a short here. I would like to wait. Let's zoom into a lower time frame. So if this is really going to be a rejection, I mean, I would want to see something more drastic. This does not look too convincing that we're rejecting. So if we get something like this, what happened before, this was my first short for the corn, then you know what? I want to see something drastic, maybe a bounce off the VWAP. If we get the bounce off the VWAP, pull the fib, and look to get in the short from here, or something like that, you know? No need to rush. There's no need to be rushing, guys. And I don't have anything against Russian people. I really don't. I don't. Trust me, I don't. Right? I don't buy the propaganda. Russian hackers and all that, I don't know. I don't even know if Russia's a real country, guys. I don't know. I've never been there. So I don't know if it's real. But I'm not Russian. Alright? You gotta have patience. Yeah, my Discord is a paid group, Mario. Patreon.com/Jason Casper. It's not a signals group. It's a technical analysis group. Like I was saying earlier, we do everything except put the spoon in your mouth, right? We pour the cereal in your bowl. We pour the milk in your cereal. We put the spoon in your hand. Get you a nice comfy chair right at that table. But you're going to have to dip that spoon into the cereal and put it in your own dang mouth, right? Sometimes I say, hey, I'm long. Sometimes I say, hey, I'm short. But a lot of times I don't. I used to. But the thing is, it's just better if I don't. Because I don't, first of all, A lot of times, especially with scalps, with swing trades, it's easier. With scalps, you cannot say, hey, I'm long. By the time you do that, the trade's already half over. I'm telling you. I mean, by the time you're on your own Bybit, pushing the market order right here on the 6-minute time frame, by the time you tell people, I mean, that you're short, you know, look at what happens, right? I mean, literally in 1 minute, we're like down all the way halfway through the trade. So it's like, we're going to tell people to short right here, and then they all short, and then they get pumped up, like, you know. That's why every morning what I do is I give my plans, right? I give my plans. And so do a lot of other people in here. There's a lot of good traders in here, right? K-Pax, White Phoenix, boy, a whole bunch of good traders in here. But, and they all give their plans. They all give their plans. Shout out to Crypto LP33 who just shorted Bitcoin. Making some juicy profits right here. That's awesome. That's awesome. And shout out to Paranoid Coder who just longed Bitcoin. People longing and shorting all up in here. People longing and shorting all up in here. Looks like we're coming down more, guys. Looks like we're coming down more. Yeah, who knows if Russia's real, right? The Simpsons predicted XRP prices at 589. Interesting, interesting. Is there a hidden bullish div on the 1 minute? I mean, I don't like the 1 minute for hidden bullish divs, but technically, yes. I mean, technically, yes, there is. Right? I don't like hidden bullish divs on the 1 minute. I like hidden bullish divs on higher time frames, and then I like to see the regular bullish div on a lower time frame. That's one of my trading strategies, actually. If I see a hidden bullish div on the 1 hour, if I see a regular bullish div on the 6 minute, boom, taking that baby. I'm taking her home. I am taking her home. Exactly. It's a two-way market. There's room for juicy trades both ways. Shout out to the Crypto Bull who says the VIP Discord is great. 100x long now. Only Crypto Yacht. Everyone else, just hang on there. Hang on to your horses. But Crypto Yacht can take a 100x long. And yes, it is financial advice. By the way, guys, I don't know if you know this, but Crypto Yacht is a musician, and I'm featured in one of his songs. So if you go to a website, again, called youtube.com, and everyone subscribe to Crypto Yacht's YouTube channel, right? Subscribe to Crypto Yacht's YouTube channel. Here he is. He needs more subs. He's only got 367. He wrote a song about this chick here, and I am featured in the beginning. It has 15,000 views. All right, so you gotta check it out. But definitely parental advisory. Okay, you don't want your children around for this. It's a little bit raunchy. All right, Crypto. Yeah, I forgive you though. You know, I'm a religious man, right? But I forgive you, bro. Also subscribe to CNN and Rhodes College, MSNBC, all those good channels I'm subscribed to. I want to find out, you know, lots of cool stuff here. I mean, lots of cool stuff. You know, because I'm not educated, you know, being like a white male. I don't know much about, like, I don't know much about a lot of things. And Rhodes College is definitely here to educate me. Like this woman right here, or this woman right here. They're gonna help me out in life. So, yeah. Here goes the corn. Money flow on the 1 minute, guys. Wow. We could come down kind of far here, and I hope we do. I hope we do. I really hope we do. Shout out to Dylan Hankey. Yeah, Metaspawn, you know, that is a popular interpretation of Ezekiel 38. I don't know. Like, I definitely, I could see that. I know people say that Roche is Russia, and scholars debate on what it means. Some translations do not even put Rosh in the text. They actually translate the word. See, some people take it as a proper name. And other people just translate the word means head, right? Rosh is your head in Hebrew. So some people say it's the chief prince of Meshach. And honestly, the more I looked into Meshach, it's like some people say it's modern day Moscow, but I see there's a lot of disagreements. So it could be right. It's very interesting. I do think that if you read the scripture through the lens of it being Russia, with possibly help from Iran, it makes a lot of sense. So it's an interesting passage. A passage I spent a lot of time contemplating. I am a huge prophecy nerd. I spent so many years studying the eschaton, and the more I study it, the more I realize we'll know after it happens. Peace out, memory man. Have a good day, my friend. How long did it take to learn Hebrew? Well, it took some time. But when I did learn Hebrew, I had no life, had no friends, had no girlfriend, had no job. So all I had was me and the Lord, right? That's literally all I had. He isolated me. He had to break me down. I had nothing. So, here we go. We're getting some volatility here. Shout out to Joseph Uzamir. Thanks for being here, my friend. God bless. Shout out to Daniel Jankowski. Yeah, JD Farag. I'm a big fan of JD Farag. I really am. JD. I like him. I disagree with some of his eschatology, but I really enjoy listening to his, as I'm sure many of us do, his prophecy updates, right? You can't go wrong listening to some good old JD Farag. Shout out to JD Farag. JD Farag! If you're listening, man, you're a cool guy. Do I understand translations better knowing Hebrew? Yes, I do. I will understand why a certain translation decided to translate it that way. It definitely does help. Yeah. Do I like America? Well, I like the idea of a civilization where the individual is governing himself. I like the ideas that tend to go into what we call the Constitution. We currently don't live in that type of a society, constitutional society. America has been one of the most blessed nations on earth. I attribute that to the fear of God that has been amongst the population, not necessarily the fear of God that's been in the government. But the population, I mean, it's undeniable that for the majority of America's history, there was a very strong, I'm going to use a term, a very strong Judeo-Christian ethic and morality and worldview that, in my opinion, is necessary for freedom to thrive. Okay, if you take away a nation's religion, and I'm coming at this from a purely secular point of view, it doesn't matter what the religion is, but there does need to be a common faith that binds together any kind of civilization. If you take that away, the civilization will crumble. And I believe that's what's happening now. And I believe the root of it is because of the forsaking of the Judeo-Christian worldview. Because here's the thing, regardless of whether or not the Bible is true, it's undeniable that the effect of a Christian culture is a positive one when it comes to the freedom of mankind. It's a positive effect because it's the groundwork of it is that each human being is a divine creation created in the image of God, all equal. No such thing as race, according to the Bible, right? We're just all sons of Adam and sons of Noah. And, there's accountability. If the culture believes in God, not necessarily the individual, but if the culture believes in a higher authority that you are held accountable to, and that will change the way people treat each other. So, have I read the Zohar? Yeah, I have, and my thoughts of it are honestly that it is ancient mystery religion repackaged in a Jewish veneer, with a Jewish veneer. That is my honest thoughts on the Zohar. I think that I don't think it's a medieval work. And when you read it, it's similar to Eastern religions, right? It just has a Jewish veneer. So I don't lend much credence to it. I stick to the scriptures, the Hebrew and Greek scriptures. And the less old you get, the less reliable I feel like something is, right? I'd like to go back to the original sources of things. Man, the corn is just playing games today. The corn is really just playing games. Look at that 1 minute money flow, though. Look at that 1 minute money flow. It's so interesting that we just won't come up to that daily. I wonder what's going on here. There must be something here that I don't know about. There must be something here that I don't know about. Yeah, Chris Barton is correct. Mercia Goya is incorrect. Yeah, you need to keep government out of religion, not religion out of government. That's the original meaning of separation of church and state, is to keep the government out of religion. Because here's the thing, if you have a society that's based on a certain code of morality, then by necessity you must have religion in government, and morality cannot exist outside of some kind of religious system, whether that be whether that religious system be man-made or God-made. Morality cannot exist unless you have religion. Law cannot exist without God. Law cannot exist without God. Wow. I know it's a bold statement, but I can back that up. This is some crazy stuff happening right now, guys. What is even happening? That's true. Also, Elemi alone. We need separation of money and state. That's what we need. Yeah, keep government out of crypto. I'm all down for that. Yeah. Yeah, so One Love says religion and government is how the Salem witch trial started. Well, first of all, honestly, we don't know what happened back then. We have no idea. We only know what we're told by historical accounts. We honestly have no idea. But keeping religion out of government is how we ended up in this predicament that we're in today, which I think is much worse. Honestly. Look at that, guys. We did hit the daily level, and we did get some kind of rejection. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, and you know, we have to understand too, like if there is no God, and if there is no concept of God and a higher power within government, then you have no grounds to call something right or wrong at all. Because you know, if there is no transcendent moral authority or transcendent moral lawgiver, then you have no grounds on which to call something immoral or wrong. And so then it becomes the job of the human being to decide what is right or wrong. And I don't think anybody in their right mind would say that human beings are capable of deciding what is right or wrong. Because if you have somebody in power who thinks that, let's take anything that our culture would consider wrong, like rape. If you have somebody in power who thinks rape is great, well, cool. Then go ahead and rape. There's nothing wrong with it if there's no higher moral authority. And, you know, in that case, might makes right. And we've seen this happen in societies over and over again throughout history. I mean, we can look at any socialist, communist society throughout the 20th century where the human being becomes the ultimate moral authority, and it just leads to complete destruction and death and slavery. That's really what it leads to. And, you know, if we take God out of the equation and we're just left with more of a naturalistic view of things, then rape is actually a good thing because we're just propagating our human race, which is just part of the evolutionary process. So, you know, if I see an attractive woman and she's attractive to me because of my evolutionary tendencies to want to mate with a woman who is capable of bearing children, then there's really nothing wrong with me just taking her, right? Because it's good to propagate the human race, survival of the fittest. And so we actually need some kind of religious framework in government. Otherwise, there will be complete chaos because there is no objective standard to say this is right and this is wrong, you know? And I think we can see that happening today. I don't think anybody would say that our justice system in the West is just in any way. And it's because we have given up the worldview that has made Western civilization prosper. I'm not saying it was perfect in any way, but you know, if you have a civilization that in general holds to a biblical Judeo-Christian worldview, that civilization is going to be more prosperous and more free than a civilization that does not hold to those same principles. Let's see what happens here at this second daily. Let's see what happens here. Are we going to dump or are we going to pump? I don't know. Starting to get a little bit nervous here. Yeah, we did have to go up to print the bear div. So, you know, we went up and we got a bear div. I mean, we could look at it this way, right? Yeah, I would consider that bearish, bear div. And, you know, look at that, right into the daily. Got a little rejection there. It's not looking like the strongest rejection in the world. But, hey, we got a 6-minute div as well. So we'll see what happens here, guys. See what happens here. Wow, chat's going wild. 511 viewers. Hades doesn't think God exists. Crypto Yacht thinks the universe is a living being's body. One Love doesn't need religious leaders to be his morality compass. No, we don't need religious leaders, One Love, but we do need a transcendent a transcendent code of morality. That's absolutely what we do need. Hey, there was a golden pocket to short. How do you know if there's a bear div on the 6-minute? Because, oh wow, juicy, man. Juicy, man. Nice. Let's dump it, baby. Oh, so here's how you know that there's a bear div on the 6-minute. We put in a higher high, and we put in a lower high. Higher high, lower high. And now we're dumping down. Any thoughts on alchemy? You know, I think alchemy, it is so interesting when you look at alchemy as a historical science, and you realize that some of the greatest scientific minds that we admire today and we learn about in school were into alchemy. Pythagoras was into alchemy. Isaac Newton was into alchemy. These guys were alchemists, and yet these are the guys who are, you know, coming up with these theorems and discovering things that we still learn today in school. But you never learn that they were into alchemy. You know, it opens up some interesting avenues of thought when you consider that for most of history, what we consider to be pseudoscience, what our culture and society considers to be pseudoscience, was considered real science, mixed with what our culture would consider real science. And what's even more interesting is, as we progress technologically, what used to be considered pseudoscience is now being considered real science. Like, for example, editing DNA, you know, that used to be considered pseudoscience and mythology. When you hear about these hybrid creatures from a long time ago that were part human and part animal and stuff like that, well, now we're doing that kind of stuff today with real science, allegedly. So it's just so interesting to go down those kind of thought trails. Yeah, I think that there must be something to it. Otherwise, some of the smartest men who ever lived would have not lended such credence to it being a real thing. But I personally would never look into it myself or practice it myself, just because I don't think it lines up with my religious beliefs. Let's put it that way. All right, I would consider it more of an occult practice, which I would want to stay away from, being that I'm a follower of the Messiah. Oh, talking about the crypto alchemy. Well, sorry guys. Well, now you know what I think about alchemy. I don't know. I never heard of a crypto coin called alchemy. Interesting. There's a $22 difference between those two touches. Yeah, that was an interesting rejection. Let's see how this goes here, guys. That wick up was pretty strong in my opinion. That wick up was pretty strong. See what happens at this daily here. Actually, now that we're coming back up, you know, let's see what happens when we come back up to the fib or potentially the 786. Oof. Oof, look at that, guys. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? Come on, Bitcoin. Dump, baby. And now that we're dumping, we can start pulling fibs out to kind of see, hey, are there any areas which we could get a nice bounce? You know? I mean, the 382 would definitely be a nice area. And perhaps we could even now start to form a little range right in here. Right? Interesting that if we do take this as a range, we are rejecting not only off the daily, but off of a very local point of control. This 382 would be the next area. If we get like some kind of a bullish div down into the 382, or even better, the 618 down here, 62845. You know, if we're going to pump up from here, personally would really like to come down to these levels. If we're going to reject further, personally would really like to come up and reject off of maybe this golden pocket up here, potentially the 786. If we put in a lower high here, I could see us coming down more. Like that, maybe? We'll have to see. We will have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see. Wow, can you believe it's 2 o'clock? How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours and 41 minutes? Sheesh. Well, okay, when do I think the alts will start catching up? So, if Bitcoin is going to hit a new all-time high, let me actually pull up a new chart. ETH is still good. My ETH short is still open from the golden pocket. Let's get a new chart going. So let's say that we do put in a new all-time high. Let's go to a higher time frame here. What I would expect to happen is we will hit a new all-time high and possibly start ranging somewhere. Like, let's see. Yeah, I could see us maybe ranging up in this area for a while between 70K and 80K maybe, right? And when that happens, you know, we're going to have a big, probably come down and range in this area, maybe like form some kind of a triangle or something. And when this is going on, not only are we going to have the most juicy epic Bitcoin trades in this range, but that's when the altcoins are really going to take off, when Bitcoin's ranging. That's what I think. That's what I think. That old Southern man laugh. You know, got me some Bitcoin on Coinbase. Whoop. We pumping, baby. We pumping, baby. Look at that. That's the biggest candle I've ever seen in my life. The biggest candle I've ever seen in my life. Any thoughts on Polkadot? I heard it pumped a lot, so I heard it pumped a lot. Sean Taro says it's possible to derive the golden rule without God. Well, I would actually disagree, but that's okay. We can disagree. I mean, the golden rule is essentially that you are, well, there's different variations of it. Some people say don't do to somebody else what you wouldn't want somebody to do to you. The problem is human beings can become very corrupt, and each person's golden rule might be different, is what I'm trying to say. Each person's golden rule might be different. Let's just put it that way. What leverage do I use on my trading? I've been using pretty good, pretty high leverage. You know, that's what I've been doing. Pretty high leverage. Got an itchy nose right there. I mean, you know, we might dump from here, guys, you know, but keep in mind, I mean, if anybody's shorting this with the hopes of it being a swing trade, I mean, you got to admit that's kind of a gamble. I mean, if you're not scalping this, you know, please be careful. Because, you know, the way that I would get into a swing trade is I would wait for some kind of a retest on a larger time frame, like this, right? If, let's say, we do reject from here and we don't put in a new all-time high, right? Okay, let's say we missed this short, or we just scalped it and got out too early. Well, if we come in for on a higher time frame for a lower high, that's when you get into your swing trade, right? When we get the lower high, and preferably that lower high would be off some kind of level, like the golden pocket. What do you know? Even my drawings hit the golden pocket to a T. You know, the Fibonacci level. Isn't this a weird chart on my screen? Red and green. What is this? Christmas? No, thank you. No, thank you. Brad, there's no difference between pulling the fixed range horizontal or diagonal. My XRP thoughts, I'm waiting for some certain levels to take some trades. Yeah, Guy Buddy's correct. I would not even short the all-time high. I don't think that. I don't even think that's a good place to look for a real short. Because I mean, how much? I doubt that there's. I really doubt that we would test the all-time high and reject. I feel like we at least are going to get something from it. We're at least going to put in a higher high. Is what I think if we come above our current resistance here, but yeah. So let's see what happens. I mean, right now it's looking like we could reject off that golden pocket with a continued downward movement on Market Cipher Bizzle. So we shall see here. We shall see. Shout out to the Nerio02. Thanks for being here. Yeah, the FOMO will pump it past. At least we're gonna, you know. I mean, maybe we could swing failure, chicken drink water it, but I wouldn't put too much. I wouldn't put too much. Credence. Yeah. So if you want to know more about my risk management strategies, basically for scalping, I use high leverage. For swing trading, I'll use lower leverage, but I never risk more than 1 to 2% of my account, sometimes 0.5%. And if you want a comprehensive guide on how I trade, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a 30% discount in the description, but this will go through systematically the way I approach these markets, step by step, in order. And if you do want access to the VIP Discord, where I post daily technical analysis updates, and there's Bitcoin short I'm in right now, I mean, you know, these are the levels that I'm looking to trade. First, this swing failure, which we got, then this rejection off the daily, which I don't know, could end up kind of bad for me, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, right? But the confirmations are there, so we take the trade. And we'll see what happens. Man, this is a wild day, guys. This is a wild day, a wild stream. Yes, I use moving averages. I do. I like these Rune 5 on Market Cipher A. Yeah, I did short this. I did. I shorted from the daily. I took a little profits out somewhere in here. I just limited out somewhere. I forget. Sometimes when I want to lock in profit, I just set a limit order a few dollars lower than we're at. But I don't have a stop loss currently for this. As long as we don't come above this high here, I should probably put my stop loss above the high. But I think we can come lower, honestly. I'd be looking for this golden pocket here in 786 first. If we reject off the golden pocket, I think that's kind of a good sign that we could come down lower. Yeah, I do. Yeah, and I would love to retest the VWAP, or at least come down and, you know, get a bounce off this golden pocket. That would be nice if we came down to retest this area here and just grab all this liquidity that's right here. That would be nice, would it not? Man, can you imagine? Not only would that be a juicy short, but that would be a juicy long. That would be a real juicy long right there. Yeah. Are we really almost at 750 likes? Oh wow, we're almost there. That's wild. Funding rates are on futures, perpetual future contract exchanges. Those fees exist to keep the price of the asset that you are trading tethered to the global price of Bitcoin. So it wouldn't allow for like Bybit to start trading Bitcoin at like 70K when everyone else is trading it at 60K. And you're basically paying the traders. So if the funding fees are in your favor, like if the funding fees are short, you're getting paid just to hold the short and vice versa. And they change and they are paid at a certain period of time. So if you're in a long and the funding fees are against you, then, you know, when the countdown is done, you have to pay a fee on your position to the people who are in shorts. Crypto Yacht, did you miss any good trades? Not really, man. Nothing to write home about, bro. Is it safe to use Bybit or PHEMEX as a U.S. citizen? Well, just check with your lawyer, check with your accountant, and, you know, make sure when you're doing it, you always carry a firearm with you to protect yourself. We're playing a game of red dot, green dot here, y'all. Playing a game of red dot, green dot. Red dot, green dot. The suspense is killing me here. This whole stream has been very suspenseful. Thank you, Sean, for your perspective. You know, I totally feel where you're coming from, man. I do. I just have a different perspective. Yeah, I agree that evil does originate in the human heart. Yeah. Shout out to CG, who's currently 75% through my course. Yes, yeah, the Crown and the Wolfpack are still relevant, guys. I just have not been using them as much lately. You know, so not that there's anything wrong. I think they're good secondary indicators, right? I think they're good secondary indicators. So, I mean, it's so interesting, you know, momentum is still coming down on the 6 minute, on the 5 minute, money flow's coming down. On the 3 minute, it's starting to come back up a little bit. I'm gonna have to cut the stream though, guys. You know, it's been a good one. It's been a long one. I appreciate all of you. God bless all of you. But yeah, gonna have to cut the stream. Yeah, so receive this blessing. Receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. And the purpose of this blessing, whether you believe in God or not, is to place the name of the Creator upon you and to bless you. And it goes like this: Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom, B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, which means in English, may the Lord bless you, may He protect you and guard you, and may He shine His light upon you, may He have grace upon you, may He turn His face towards you and give you wholeness and peace in the name of Jesus the Messiah.